Welcome to the Dice Tower, a series of video reviews about board and card games. Here are your hosts, Tom Vasel and Sam Healey.
Okay, well today we're talking about Alvin and Dexter. It is a Ticket to Ride expansion, and it's actually pretty simple.
Yeah, it's a simple expansion, although I think it could be argued fairly well that it's somewhat overpriced for what you get in it. The models are non-painted, fall over. How much is it? Retails for $10 or $15. Hey, but still, it's monsters and Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, and it's a cool theme with introducing the whole Godzilla type feel to Ticket to Ride, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. The models are awesome if you have the time to paint them. It definitely warrants painting, but he's not going to do that.
No, I agree on that. The idea itself is a really interesting one. Some people would say, how could it be monsters and Ticket to Ride? Well, let's look at it, and you'll see how that changes the game. Now, we're going to assume for the purpose of this video that you already know how to play Ticket to Ride.
If you don't, you're a loser.
Okay. Well, you should get Ticket to Ride at least.
Send all emails to joestedman@gmail.com.
So, this is a variant for it, and in this variant we have two monsters. So there they are. This is Dexter, and this is Alvin. I think I got the names right. Dexter's the dinosaur, and Alvin's the alien.
Yes.
They start in two cities. Someone picks where they start, and if an alien is in a city over the course of the game, you cannot build a connection there. So you can do that to mess other people up. To get an alien to move, you need to play a locomotive card, which if I had the foresight to pull them out of the bag, I would show you right now. Oh, how fast was that?
Wow.
So if you play a locomotive, you can even play two locomotives. You can move one of these guys up to 3 spaces away, which will do several things. 1, get them out of your way. 2, hamper someone else. And 3, every time you move a monster, you get a monster card. Now, why would you want to get a monster card? Because at the end of the game, whoever has the most monster cards of each of Dexter and of Alvin gets 15 points. There's really nothing else to tell you guys. That's all the rules of this adds. But let me give you some thoughts on how it plays out. Putting a monster in a city to keep someone else from moving it is a big deal. Especially since the way to get you to move it out of a city is by playing locomotive cards, and if you play Ticket to Ride, those locomotive cards are precious. You want to use them for putting out routes, not for moving the monsters. You could put all your effort into moving the monsters. I know someone who did that once, and
His name was Tom.
it didn't work out so well. I mean, it's not a bad strategy, but you need to have more than just that. That's 30 points. It's not good enough, but you can mess the other people up on the meantime. But just having them out there, it can be really handy if I'm sitting here and I'm trying to connect to Chicago and there's only 3 ways into Chicago and I don't have the cards for right now. I can move the monster there, wait till I get the cards, and then move him out. At the end of the game, I didn't mention this, if a monster is in a city, you only get half points for all the tickets connected to that city. And that can really mess people up who have those 20-point tickets that connect to New York and San Francisco on the other side. So that's how the gameplay works. It's a few simple rules added to the game, but it makes a big difference in gameplay. It certainly makes the game much more interactive.
Earlier you said that you couldn't build into a city that has a monster. Can you build out of the city? For example, let's say you already have a link into New York, but you want to build up to Boston. Can you build up to Boston from that monster?
No. Any link that connects to that city can't be built until that monster moves. Apparently people don't want to go to cities where monsters are destroying it.
But they might want to leave.
All right, good point. I am Dexter. Dexter the
dinosaur.
Good, because I couldn't think of any other word. The dork came to my mind. That doesn't fit at all. I love this expansion. I think it's a great addition to Ticket to Ride. It's an expansion that I would play every other time. Mm-hmm. Just because to me it does. I mean, it adds a lot, but some people are gonna flip the board and not want to play anymore. I could list you 50 people right now off the top of my head who would never want to play with this.
Okay, go ahead and start.
No, I'm just talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
But I could probably list you another 50 people who would love this, and some people who wouldn't normally play Ticket to Ride might like it because there's monsters in it. Who knows? But for me, this gets 2 thumbs up. it's a good addition to the series.
I'll go with 2 thumbs up as well, simply because it adds all that to the gameplay. The only thing that kind of detracts from the expansion is that the models are kind of top heavy. They'll fall over easy, so you have to be careful with the table, bumping the table, that type of thing. Otherwise, you'll have a mess on your hands.
Right, and I said in the beginning, but I really think, I don't understand why they couldn't use green for the mold for the monsters. At least for Dexter, green dinosaur makes sense. I don't care that they used white for the other one, but when you just look at them on the board, it's kind of hard to see any details on them. These guys need to be washed or have a little bit of detail added to them.
Maybe they're trying to infuse a little bit more painting into the hobby of board gaming.
Yeah, but see, I would normally agree that that's not necessarily a bad thing, but not the Ticket to Ride people.
Right.
The Ticket to Ride genre people are not your modelers.
Right.
Memoir 44, yes.
Yes.
But Ticket to Ride, no. So anyway, but still, it's a small expansion, but it adds a good jump to the game.
2 thumbs up. And
you can add it to any of the Ticket to Rides, not just to this one. Although playing it in Markland may cause massive fights.
Thanks for watching our review today. For more information about board games, as well as the #1 board game audio podcast, check out Dicetower.com for reviews, interviews, and more. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.